Hey Cass, it looks like you're on the call. I'm going to request for you to unmute and so we can test your mic. Can you hear me?
Yes, I sure can.
Okay, sounds good. And you're going to be presenting for Southside Property, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. What is the protocol for if Mr. Jabbar, the owner, or the Eric Heeman, the builder, want to chime in at the time that it's our time to speak? Is that allowable?
Yeah, while you're presenting, you can ask if you can have somebody else add in, and usually the board allows that. It will be up to the chair ultimately, but yeah, usually that's normal.
Okay, sounds good.
Hey Laura, I'm going to request for you to unmute so we can test your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Great. How are you guys today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. I'm
So
doing
you are
good.
here for Barb Todd, is that right?
Correct. On
Okay,
3818 Buckley.
sounds great. All right, you are going second.
Wonderful. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, we have someone for every petition except for the first one. Unless that is you, Eric Heeman, can you hear me? I'm gonna request for you to unmute.
I'm here for the gas mart.
Gotcha. Are you presenting or are you just attending?
I'm attending. The engineer Kirk is going to be doing most of the talking, and if he's going to request me to maybe jump in, possibly. Other than that, he's going to be doing most of it. Would be Cass Shepard.
Okay, thank you.
Do we have Vince yet?
We do not.
I want to send him a quick email. Okay.
Okay, oh,
Yes, he's
Evans.
here. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Then all we're waiting on is one presenter for the first one. I know the property owners are here. Tyrone, I'm going to request for you to unmute. Do you know by chance if your representative from Tough Shed is going to make it?
Trying to get in contact with him now.
Okay,
Okay. And we may can move them down on the list so that we'll have some time. Yeah.
Thank you.
hmm Are you ready for me to call the meeting to order?
yes, I'm ready.
Okay. I would like to call the meeting of the St. Louis County Board of Zoning Adjustment to order. May I please have a roll call?
Ms. Bills,
Here.
Mr. Randall, Mr. Nutt,
Here.
The Department of Planning staff members are Bennett Anderson, Mary Kennedy, and Abby Freudel. Also on the call is John Burford from the County Counselor's Office. First, I'd like to offer into the record the affidavit of publication pertaining to today's meeting, September 10, 2025. The board hereby takes official notice of and admits into evidence on the record the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance, Chapter 1003, St. Louis County Revised Ordinance 1974 as amended, and Chapter 1004, St. Louis County Revised Ordinance 1974 as amended. Next, I'd like to call for a motion to approve the minutes of the previous BZA meeting of August the 6th, 2025.
I move to approve the minutes.
Okay, and I second it. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the motion passes. This meeting is conducted as a teleconference and is recorded. The planning staff will read each request into the record and present technical advice to the board if needed. The petitioner will be unmuted, state his or her name, and make a brief presentation to the board explaining the reason and hardship for the requested variance. The board will not consider financial hardships. Board members may ask questions to clarify the facts. When the board is satisfied with the material presented, the chairperson will then ask if there is anyone in favor or opposition to the request to respond. To respond, click the hand next to your name. If any comments were submitted, staff will read them into the record. Before I call for the vote, the petitioner may request a continuance in order to present additional documentation. The board may also request a continuance to gather additional information or for a visit to the site. Once comments have been heard, the chairperson will call for a vote at that time. The discussion is ended. No further discussion is permitted. The board will generally make a decision today. In the case where only 2 board members are present, such as today, and the vote is split 1-1, the request will be continued to the next regularly scheduled meeting when all 3 board members are present. If a variance is approved, the petitioner has 6 months to obtain the necessary permits or establish the use requested, or the variance will expire. The petitioner or any interested party has the right of appeal to the St. Louis County Circuit Court. Paperwork indicating the board's decision will be emailed to the petitioner after the hearing.
Okay, I do see we have a new attendee. Do you want me to ask if they're here for the first petition?
Yes.
Okay, if you're calling user 2, then I've sent you a request to unmute. And you can tell us which petition you're here for.
Hello, my name is Nicholas Ramirez. I am here speaking on behalf of Tyrone Henderson. I'm with Tough Shed Storage Buildings.
Okay. Okay, I'll start with this and then I'll unmute you in a few minutes. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is BZA petition 28-25, Tyrone Henderson. This is a request for an exception to the side yard and rear yard regulations for the purpose of constructing a shed at 3022 Wintergreen Drive. Petitioner seeks a side yard of 7 feet in lieu of 8 feet and a rear yard of 11 feet in lieu of 15 feet as required by the R3 Residence District regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance. Okay, Nicholas, I'm gonna unmute you.
Hello? Nicholas,
Okay.
please state your name first.
My phone keeps talking. My apologies. Nicholas Ramirez with Tough Shed Storage Buildings.
Please proceed with your case.
We were trying to get the Tough Shed installed. The customer did have a concrete pad poured. professional did install the concrete. The issue was the concrete installer did not meet the setbacks. I'm not sure if they were not known to him or not, but the concrete pad was poured. We did have the building engineered, so it did take a little bit of time for us to get all the final paperwork and everything for the building, and everything has been submitted. And then, lo and behold, the setbacks are not met.
Okay. So did the contractor give a reason as to why they put it in that area without the setbacks being met?
Unfortunately, I have no contact with the actual concrete contractor. I work on the permitting side of Tough Shed. I deal with the homeowner, strictly the homeowner on and when he had the concrete done, I was not aware that it was already poured. So when we came across that issue is when we were talking about the actual setbacks, and he knew what he had told the concrete contractor, but as far as why they were not met, I could not tell you why, ma'am.
Okay. Are the owners on the call?
They are. Would you like me to unmute them?
Yes, I just wanted to ask them if the contractor that poured the concrete, did he have a particular reason why he poured it in that area?
We're believing because we are in an unincorporated area. And we were thinking that it was because he thought that we were the
Thought that we was actually in Florissant.
and not unincorporated because I believe the measurements are different
Okay.
for that municipality.
Okay. Thank you.
For clarification, I'm just understanding is the hardship that there was a miscommunication of the municipality having jurisdiction? Or is it something different?
And may I speak?
Yes.
Yes, in Florissant, the setbacks are 5 foot and 5 foot from each property line. They did think that they were very far away from the entire, and even with the address confusion itself, because a lot of people here with Tough Shed, they have to call me and say, hey, is this in Florissant or is this in the county? And that's where a lot of the confusion may have came in.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I live in that area of unincorporated North County, and it is very close to Florissant.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it is. Okay. Do you have any other questions, Vince?
I have no other questions.
Okay. Is there anyone here in favor or opposition?
I don't see any hands.
Okay. In the matter of 28-25, I vote to approve the variance as advertised and the hardship being a miscommunication of ordinances.
I'd second that motion.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
The motion passes.
This is BZA petition 29-25, Barb Todd. This is a request for an exception to the rear yard and attached accessory structure regulations for the purpose of constructing a pool at 3818 Buckley Road. Petitioner seeks a rear yard of 10 feet in lieu of 15 feet and a maximum detached accessory structure lot coverage of 7.8% in lieu of 7% as required by the R4 Residence District regulations of the St. Louis County zoning ordinance. Laura, I'm going to go ahead and unmute you and you can proceed with your case.
Hi, thanks for hearing our variance request. So the homeowner is literally replacing the same exact pool that she has had here since the 1980s. I want to say 1982. And it's the same round pool that she's putting in the same exact area. For some reason, 2 years ago, she applied for a deck permit. And there's several decks on her property, so I'm going to refer to the deck right next to the pool. Is the one she applied for the deck permit for. She got it, it passed. For some reason, whoever did it at the time, she didn't realize there was a 15-foot deck setback at the time. And St. Louis County approved the site, the deck plan as is. Here we are, 2 years later, the deck's already installed, and she's going to put the same exact pool in, and we submit the plans to St. Louis County, and obviously she gets denied for lot coverage. And it's the same lot coverage that she's had here since 1982. So we're not taking up any more lot coverage than what we've been using since the year 1982. And then we're also asking for a 10-foot variance instead of the 15-foot variance, just to give us a little bit of wiggle room. We feel like 10 feet is adequate space from the neighboring properties behind us to give them a nice buffer. It's just due to the slanted configuration of the rear lot. We don't have like a straight line going across the back of our lot like normal people have a square lot. We have a slanted configuration, which basically, unfortunately, gives us a hardship from the lot's unique irregular configuration, and this is not self-created. So we're hoping that the board can take a look at this and grant us a 10-foot deck and pool rear setback line. So it would leave us sufficient space to accommodate the improvements that have been there since 1982.
Okay. So the deck is going to be the exact same size?
The decks, yeah, there. They're
Mhm.
not replacing the deck. The deck got replaced 2 years ago.
Okay, so it's just the pool.
Yeah, so it's just the pool.
And the pool will be the same size as the previous pool then?
Right. So if you're looking at that picture right now that they have up, you can kind of see where that round pool she took down, and they're putting the round pool up in that same exact spot, right where that deck is shown in the picture right now.
Okay.
Can we go back to the site plan? I just want to look for a point of clarification from staff. Is this a variance just for the pool, or do we need to recognize the existing deck? And it looks like, and I was going to ask, if the pool equipment is sitting within the border as well.
The pool equipment is safe, but we are asking for a variance for both the deck and the pool both. And again, the pool might not be over if they smudge it a little bit, but by asking for that rear 10-foot, it just gives us enough buffer that we don't have to come back and say, oh, we need 1 more foot, or, you know, we could, per the site plan, the pool's at 14.52 feet. So we're real close to like 15 feet, but to just, you know, because you never know how the contractors are actually going to install it, even though the hole's already there. We just feel like asking for 10 feet, that gives us a little bit of wiggle room, and we don't have to come back again and say, oh, we need 1 more foot. So.
Yes, and then with the deck being previously built, so the deck is already kind of in that red zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm, correct.
Mhm.
So that's what I was asking from the staff, if we need to make 3 separate variance requests, or can we capture them all in this request?
John can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you guys can grant both of these variance requests with one motion.
The request was made in the petition for both.
Okay.
I mean, I'm asking staff to confirm.
Oh, yes, it was.
There was that. Then one motion should be able to procedurally, you can accomplish what you need to.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
I have no other questions, Angeline.
Okay, I don't either. Is there anyone here in favor or opposition?
I don't see any hands.
In the case of 2925, I make a motion to approve both variants for the existing deck and pool, citing the hardship of a variance in the change of sightline setbacks from the original structure.
Okay, I second it. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
The motion passes.
This is BZA petition 30-25, Southside Property LLC. This is a request for an exception to the front yard regulations for the purpose of constructing a convenience store and gas station at 4036 Bayless Avenue. Petitioner seeks a front yard of 10 feet in lieu of 25 feet as required by CA Ordinance 14,581 of the St. Louis County Code of Ordinances. Cass, I'm going to go ahead and unmute you and you can proceed.
Thank you. My name's Cass Shepard. I'm with Shepard Morgan and Schwab Engineers, and I'll be the presenter on this project. I did want to clarify that this first request is 18 foot in lieu of the 25 foot. So all of our requests today, we have two other ones, have to do with positioning a future canopy that's over the gas pumps. And the existing site has an existing office building, gas station building, and a canopy. And the petitioner is wanting to demolish all the buildings on the site, the canopy and the office, if you will, or the gas station building, and rebuild that both of them on the site. And in order to do so, this site is very constricted. And so our variance, this first variance, would allow that canopy to be built closer to the street side, the front yard, from what the 25 foot front yard would be. What we've done is run circulation patterns for our tractor trailers that would be delivering gas, and then also from the patrons' entry and exit off of Bayless. And there just is no other way to position both the canopy and the building within the restrictions of both, like say, this first variance for the front yard. And then what we'll get into later is the vegetative buffer and the Gravois Creek setback. In redoing the site, we acknowledged that there was part of that old parking lot, and you can kind of see this on the site plan on the left-hand side. It's a bit of a triangle shaped area where we are going to tear out the asphalt and revegetate that area and remove the sign. So like I say, on the left-hand side where the note says area converted to green space, 1/10 of an acre, we're going to remove the items that are currently in the floodway there and restore that back to green space or vegetative buffer area. And like I say, by doing that and trying to comply with the other ordinance and setbacks, we just really have a very tight footprint there to work with. And so we're trying to adjust each item to get the maximum benefit and still remain within the ordinance.
Okay. So you're tearing down an old gas station and convenience store and putting a new one in?
That is correct.
Okay.
Just for point of clarification, the site plan we're looking at where the corner of that, I'm assuming canopy is that the structure coming to the ground that's going to be beyond that red line, or is that just the canopy above?
Just the canopy above.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no other questions.
What is the hardship? You may have said it in all that you said, but what would you say that hardship is in a quick
So
summary?
I would say our hardship is that we cannot circulate vehicles and service vehicles. I mean the larger gas distribution trucks, tractor trailers, without moving that canopy to where it's within that setback. And so it's just a matter of the amount of room on the site versus the size of the canopy and the building.
Thank you.
Sure.
Is there anyone here in favor or opposition?
I don't see any.
Okay. In the matter of 30-25, I vote to approve the variance as advertised, and the hardship is just the need for the vehicles to circulate under that canopy in a safe manner.
Second that motion.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
The motion passes.
Finally, we have BZA petitions 31 and 32-25, Southside Property LLC. This is a request for exceptions to the stream buffer setback regulations for the purpose of constructing a convenience store and gas station at 4036 Bayless Avenue. Petitioner seeks a natural vegetative buffer of 22 feet in lieu of 50 feet and a building setback of 20 feet in lieu of 25 feet as required by section 1003.162 of the St. Louis County zoning ordinance. Cass, I'm gonna unmute you again.
Thank you, Bennett. So if we could look at that site plan again, there are ordinances in place that require, and Bennett, if you could zoom in. Oh, okay, I see. Let's see. So the blue line shows the center of Gravois Creek, and the ordinance requires a 50-foot vegetative buffer, which is shown on here by the green line, I believe. Yeah, the solid green line. And as I indicated before, we are restoring quite a bit of what that vegetative buffer had previously been paved over. And so we are requesting the what you see as the green dash line, which coincides with the edge of the parking lot there near the southern end of the property, as our vegetative buffer line. We're actually, so on the right hand, let's see, yeah, where the white van is parked there, we will be bringing that pavement, demolishing that pavement and bringing it out so that it allows more vegetative buffer up from that point up towards Gravois Road and, or I'm sorry, towards Bayless and away from Gravois Creek. So once again, it is just to allow the circulation through the property and still try and maintain those the vegetative setback, and then the next ordinance or the next request as well. So the hardship would be there that the owner had, when we first presented the plan to the county, he wanted to put a car wash in there as well as the market and of course the gas pumps. They indicated to him that no, we're not only are we violating that vegetative buffer, but we've also would be violating that 75-foot stream setback. So he relinquished on the request for the car wash. and then also was agreeable to add that vegetative buffer to that. So I kind of feel like we're trying to comply as best we can with those various lines that are in place right now.
Can you clarify for me? Maybe I missed it. I'd never heard the hardship for the building setback request variance.
So in order to provide that it's kind of, like I said, all of them are somewhat tied to one another. The hardship would be the size of the piece of property, what he had there before, and what he's proposing as an improvement, to all remain within those setbacks and buffers. I guess maybe a little more clarification. If he were to leave the existing gas station and canopy and parking area in place, it would be a larger violation of your current ordinances than if he would clean it up like we're proposing in this site plan.
I understand. I guess my clarification is looking even in this existing or proposed building layout, proposed market, is there a hardship of why we wouldn't pull that edge back another 5 feet? Is it a building program issue or?
So with the solid green line, you can see how close that is to the canopy. If we were to comply to that 50-foot vegetative setback, well, I'm sorry, let me take that back. It's the pavement that is causing the violation of the vegetative setback. So no buildings really are part of this request. It's to place that pavement for the parking stalls and the circulation that is part of this vegetative request.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. So it's the canopy portion. I have no other questions.
Okay, I don't either. Is there anyone here in favor or opposition?
I don't see any hands.
Point of clarity, do I need to make separate votes or should we do it as one?
John, this was advertised as 2 separate requests. Should that?
You can take 2 separate votes just to make it clear.
I'll take both, Angelina. So in the case of 31-25, I make a motion to approve the variance citing the hardship of circulation, again, with the topography and shape of the lot size.
Okay, I second it. Oh, yeah, I second it. All those in favor? Aye. Okay, none opposed. It passes.
Then I will make also a motion on the case of 32-25 to approve the variance for the same notion of hardship for the canopy and site of the topography.
Okay, I second that. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the motion passes.
Right. At this point, we can have a motion to adjourn.
Okay, I move that we adjourn the meeting.
I second.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
The meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay.